Shartimus Prime, Shartimus Prime. Reading comics, toys are hella sick, hella whacking it, taking bad hits, taking bad shit. Shartimus, subscribe.
Hey, what's up, you guys? Shartimus Prime here, doing another Metacom Mafex action figure review on the amazing Spider-Man's Scarlet Spider. Oh my goodness, I've been wanting this one for so long, and I gotta say already, it looks pretty awesome. Anyway, I really do like the packaging over here. Nice image of Ben Reilly over there. It looks like Bagley's artwork. I could be wrong. It says number 6" over there, 186 Mafex. On this side right here, nice looking product shot utilizing that hoodie. And then you can see on the back we get a whole bunch more product shots over there. And then on this side, one more product shot. And then on the top, it says the Amazing Spider-Man with the Spider-Man logo. And then not much more at the bottom. So let's get to it and crack this thing open. But first, if you're trying to get your Mafex figures, you can do so.
Big! Get your big badass toys at BigBadToyStore.com. Click the link in the description below.
And here's the Scarlet Spider out of the packaging, and this figure does look pretty sweet. I will admit, though, that my first impression getting this out of the box and everything, I felt a little underwhelmed, because there's a lot of reuse over here, and I've had so many Mafex Spider-Man figures. But this one does have some other stuff going on with it that as I was posing it around, I was like, ooh, now I'm all happy again. And this feels a little bit more fresh. I do like how the figure looks, but I also like the new accessories that we have over here. You can see I'm already using some of those new web accessories. I feel like they're new. I don't remember seeing them before. I don't know. I'll bust out a black suited Spider-Man. I think that was the last Spider-Man from Mafex I picked up before this one. But anyway, this figure's looking sweet. Gotta say I'm happy so far. Let's get a closer look at the accessories, and then we'll take a closer look at the figure. So these accessories feel pretty standard for your average Mafex Spider-Man figure. We have wide open hands, fisted hands. We have the magnetic wide open hands, magnetic feet right there, web grabbing hands, thwipping hands, and relaxed hands. We have the 3 heads, which we'll get into more in just a second, but we have 2 small thwipping effects pieces right there, 2 longer thwipping effects pieces, 2 zipline web grabbing hands, or web grabbing webs right over there, and then we have these 2, or at least this one I think I've seen before. I don't know, they could both be brand new, but yeah, this one feels new. May have seen it before. This one definitely feels new to me, so I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I do like these quite a bit. Very fun to pose around with. Then we have these 3 new heads, which I honestly thought were retooled from the Black Suit Spider-Man, and I am fairly certain I was wrong about that. Here's one of the Black Suit Spider-Man head sculpts next to it. You can see the points in the center of the face are different. Here's another Black Suit Spider-Man head. Points in the center of the face are different. The eye shapes are different. So this is a brand new head. This one right here, I was fairly certain was the same thing as this one right over here, but you can see those points in the middle of the face are different. The size of the eyes are different. So nope. Brand new, comparing it to this one just to be thorough. These 2 actually look very similar. So if anything, maybe this one was redone, but the points in the middle of the face still look different though. So I think this is brand new, man. Look at the points on the top. I don't know. Looks like a brand new head sculpt to me. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. But this right here is definitely brand new, and this is my favorite out of the 3, so I'm going to have it mostly displayed with this one on here. Really love this one a lot. Very 90s looking. And by the way, if you wanted to grab the last Ben Reilly Spider-Man Mafex figure, unmasked Ben Reilly head, and put it on this one right here, it's very easy to do, fits on there nicely, and looks really good. Oh, I almost forgot to talk about the infamous flight stands. I say infamous because these are the flight stands I use all the time. I'm leaving these in the bag right over here, but you get this extra stand, you get that new clip, you know. If you want to reference my Black Suit Spider-Man video, I talk about these in a little bit more detail. I use these stands all the time, and I love them. And the rest of this figure looks really good. I was really surprised to get such a shiny, silky, glossy, or metallic-looking fabric right over here for the hoodie. Like, I just didn't see this coming. I always thought this would be kind of like, you know, flat, you know, baby blue color. You get the Scarlet Spider symbol right over here. I thought that was larger. I just could be remembering it being larger going across the middle, but maybe it is supposed to be there. I'll throw a reference image. There's reference images right there, see? But they do this really cool thing over here at Mafex, which I love, is they don't cut the corners when they can. Look at these biceps right here. Not the same. could have been exactly the same, but they're not. Look at the shoulders too. There's indentation there that's not exactly the same. At first glance, it looks like it's exactly the same, but it's not. And they also add this very soft, light black paint over it, just adding just a touch of shadowing effect throughout. I mean, you can see it on the forearm right over there. Very tricky to pick up on camera sometimes. Maybe you could see it, maybe you can't. I could see it a little bit better on the inside of this forearm right here, and you may think you're just looking at a shadow, but it's paint. And then the web shooters look really good over here too. You could actually see where there's like the tiniest little notch right over here where it actually is going to shoot out. Can get tricky bending the hands though, because yeah, they'll run into that, so that, you know, can be irritating. But here's looking at the back of the figure. When you bend them forward, you will see the Marvel logo right there, the Marvel copyright, which can be a little bit irritating, or not that irritating, but it has stood out to me once in a while. Again, we get some very light paint over the figure right here. I mean, do the legs look the same as the Spider-Man? Or the black suit Spider-Man? Maybe they are. Maybe they did reuse some stuff. I'm not sure about that, but those arms did look a little bit different to me. Are these legs different too? They look similar. So they may have reused stuff right here, and I'm not going to be that mad at them for it. They don't really reuse a lot of stuff, and their price point's pretty high, so I guess that could frustrate some people. But anyway, the pouches right over here are all sculpted on the shins right over here, so yeah, that's definitely not reused, and we get the same feet that we've seen before, and no peg holes. And then before we get into the articulation of the rest of the figure, you have this bendy wire for the hood. It starts around here, yeah, I want to say right there, and goes all the way around to the other side. So you can go ahead and just pull this over his head if you want to, bend it around as you'd like. Pretty nifty to have, I like that. So the articulation is what you would expect. You have a ball joint at the head, ball joint at the neck, allowing Spider-Man to look upward that far and downward that much. You do get side-to-side motion at both the neck and head, and great head pivoting right there. We have butterfly joints that move forward and back quite a bit. They do shift up and down at the shoulder, and you can get the shoulders moving outward well above the 90-degree mark. They move all the way in, rotate a full 360, bicep swivel. You have those pinless double-jointed elbows, hands turn side to side. Hinge a bit, not as much as I'd like. They are choked a little bit by those wrist gauntlets, or those are cartridges, right? You get a diaphragm joint right over here, diaphragm pivoting, and he crunches forward with both the waist and diaphragm joint in there that far, which is really good, and moves back quite a bit, and great pivoting over there as well. Of course, you could rotate side to side down there. You get the drop down hip action, so you can get his legs moving outward that far. I like how the head's tilting with that, and then you can get him kicking all the way up and around, which is awesome, and back a bit, and then you have an upper thigh cut. You have double jointed knees, ankle turn side to side. Oop, you can pop those off. That's supposed to be part of the function. It moves down, moves up, beautiful ankle pivot, and toe articulation. So to measure out this Scarlet Spider figure, you can see that it is standing just a little under 6.5 inches tall. So not a lot of necessary comparisons for you guys, but I will compare this Scarlet Spider next to the other Ben Reilly figure from Mafex, and then we have the black suit Spider-Man, and we have our number 185 comic version Spider-Man. And you can see he does stand a little on the taller side compared to the rest, especially next to this one. It does look a little odd. And then here's the Mafex Scarlet Spider next to a couple other 6-inch scale Scarlet Spiders. We have the Spider-Man Classics Toy Biz Scarlet Spider with a huge symbol right over there. And then we have the Marvel Legends retro card version of Scarlet Spider, again, with the big old symbol. So I guess in the books, again, I'll try to find a reference image, but at this moment, yeah, it does look a little bit weird seeing that looking so small, especially compared to these two, where they look so big. Then here's the Mafex Scarlet Spider next to your average 6-inch scale figure. We have the Marvel Legends Big Time Inner Letdown Spider-Man. Hey, brother. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, feel free to show some love to the channel by simply clicking that like button. And if you are new here, be sure to hit that subscribe button as well as the notification bell so you can find out when all my videos come through. Plus, we need those 1 million subscribers, and I appreciate you guys watching. And I gotta say, I did have fun with this figure. I'm not really bummed out about it too much, you know? I guess the biggest thing is that logo on the chest, but I do remember seeing that before somewhere. And to be honest with you, I really did enjoy the head sculpts more than I expected to, especially, you know, the one with the really pointy angles and everything. And I really appreciate the paint apps of the figure. I'm not, like, thoroughly blown away by it. At this point, you know, Mafex has delivered pretty consistently with their figures. So the joy and excitement that I'm getting from this figure is pretty much exactly what I had hoped for. The only thing that I guess may have caught me by surprise a little bit is the web accessories, so I didn't expect to like those as much as I did. So that gave me, a slightly different angle, gave me a little bit more of a creative edge on some of the poses, I feel like, so I did like that a bit, and I really do like how the figure looks. The whole silky, shiny hoodie still kind of throws me off a little bit, but I like that about it. It looks different, it makes the figure pop a bit. So there are some shots where the lighting does reflect it in a weird way, but I gotta say I mostly like this figure, man, and at the price point around 80 to 90 bucks, I'm gonna give this Scarlet Spider a Sun rating of
I love it!
and I'd like to know what you guys think, so please let me know in the comments section below. And are there any downsides that you guys need to mention about this figure? Because I think it's mostly pretty badass. I really like it. I want to know what you think. Leave a comment down below. If you want to see the latest in Marvel news, you can find it all over at marvelousnews.com. And if you want to stay in touch with me on social media, you can find me on Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, TikTok, and on whatnot. And I will catch you guys later. Peace!
Crispy.
Hey, new Sharpness Prime videos. Hey, you should click one. Yeah, click on one of them. Or subscribe if you haven't.
We're shot.